If you're an OnlyFans creator or you're an agency and you clicked on this YouTube video, you're probably asking yourself, why do your Instagram Reels perform like shit? Well, if you're an agency, you probably think that you have a model issue, you probably are focused on your warm-up or how you launch a new Instagram account and go viral, or you're already going decently viral, but your content doesn't convert. And if you're a creator, you're probably burned out creating content that doesn't actually perform or go viral. You're probably tired of doing reels that your agency send you that don't fit your brand and don't actually perform well. Or you might be thinking that Instagram isn't for you and it won't work out for you. Well, because of all of these problems and your lack of success as an agency, you start to pivot your focus and look elsewhere. You start to focus on a Reddit strategy, you start to focus on dating apps, or you try to sign new models and your current models leave your agency because you're not driving traffic. And you're essentially stuck in this cycle where you're not making enough money with your agency and you're asking yourself, is OnlyFans management dead? Why is it so hard? And thinking if you should move to something else. Or if you're a creator, again, you're thinking if you should carry on doing this and if it's actually for you. Well, the good news is none of these things are true, but it all comes down to you. And the problem is, it's never your models, it's never your warm-up, it's always been you. And that's the main thing. You control your success as a creator or as an agency on the OnlyFans platform. And your outlook on Instagram Reels is holding you back and holding your agency, and your outlook and your view on Instagram Reels and how you're approaching it is either holding your account back or holding your agency back. And if you watched my content before, you'd know how the one thing you should be able to do as an agency is to drive organic traffic consistently. And if you've been in OFM for a bit now, you already know the best way to drive traffic and the most important platform is Instagram Reels. Well, why is it the best platform? It's leverageable, meaning you getting better at the skill of content gets you more paid. The more good your ideas are, the more good your creator's execution is, the better your videos perform, the more your traffic scales daily on your account without having to do more work, meaning the better your skill, the more income both your creator and yourself make. And what does that actually mean for you? Well, you can exponentially grow month on month and scale your agency or your creator's account with speed rather than being stuck where you are now. And in this video, I'm going to cover what the actual difference is with a low 5-figure OnlyFans creator that's just posting on IG with no strategy and a 6-figure per month brand that consistently does $100,000 per month. And if you're a creator watching this video and you want to apply to work at my agency, you can click in the description below and fill out the form or message me on my Instagram and see if you qualify to apply to work with our agency. Or if you're an agency that wants to work with me one-to-one, you can click the link below, fill out the form and see if you qualify. But what we're going to cover is exactly what the actual difference is between a high converting brand and someone that's just posting on Instagram with no strategy. So what I've done is I've compiled a group of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different Instagrams. And I'm going to go through one by one. On the left side, we've got Instagrams that could be doing far, far better, or the creators aren't making anywhere near what they could be making. And then on the right side, we're going to go through some good examples of creators that are absolutely smashing it and are making well over $100,000 per month on OnlyFans with a correct brand and a long-term outlook on their content. So we're going to go through one by one. And the thing with Instagram Reels is the platform is universal. For any business, it's one of the best ways to organically market your content. In the OnlyFans industry specifically, it is by far the thing that you can scale the furthest in terms of traffic per day to your OnlyFans account and dollars per month to a creator's OnlyFans account. And when we look at these examples here, when it comes to your strategy in Instagram, one thing that you have to be hyper aware of is actually all the inputs that you need to be looking at in order to get success. A lot of agencies like to really skip the basics and simply just send cookie cutter trends, copy and paste reels from other creators, and expect their creator to grow and get to that 6-figure a month mark on OnlyFans. But the reality is, when you look at Instagram, you really have to look deeper at how you're trying to get success, because Instagram isn't a platform where you just post and you get subscribers instantly. You have to understand the concept of brand and the concept of how you set your brand apart. For example, we'll go through this Instagram here. So when you analyze Instagram accounts, you want to look at it from multiple different lenses, and you want to be aware of, okay, what are you spotting? What are you trying to look for? What's going wrong? Well, when we look at this Instagram account, so this is, I don't know who this creator is, this has just come up for me. So she's got, let's just go through the profile picture and bio. Profile picture is fine. Ideally, you'd want one of the model, but this could help with less shadow bands. Link, there's been an issue with links at the moment. I would have a lot more highlights rather than just two. I would really make it a lot more one that's a more like call to action highlight, a lot more highlights that show more behind the scenes or more of her personality, etc., etc. But when we look at these reels, again, to the untrained eye, 1.1 million, 1.9 million views, 30k, 15k, 30k, 100k, 90k, 157k, 60k, 80k, etc., etc., etc. And to the untrained eye, this might look like successful, but when I analyze this account, there are so many holes and so many problems that cause this creator to probably be making maybe $20,000, $10,000 per month, around that mark, maybe more, maybe even less, considering how low the average views are. Again, this is just off the Instagram side of things. But when you look at this account, the first of all we want to look at is the average views. So 5,000, 6,000, 5,000, 30,000. In terms of the average views, the account's hovering between 5 to 15,000 in terms of average views. Again, it was a bit better. This was in October, a bit better then. Now it's dropped off even more. But in terms of average views, obviously, this is really poor. In terms of subs per day, she probably, if I check the link, and this funnel is awful as well. Really don't like this as a funnel. Yeah, really low light. So she's actually probably making maybe $5,000 a month, maybe even less. OnlyFans bio is terrible. This is awful to have in terms of your bio. She says she's top 0.1, but I highly doubt it if you look at the like to post ratio. Subscription price is too high. Again, these are basic stuff, but these are stuff that you can't miss out. So she's probably actually making just a few $1,000s a month. And when you look at this account, you have to analyze the actual creator is a good creator. She's young, bubbly, cute, has potential, but again, whether it's self-run or with an agency, the actual type of content is just awful. So number one, what are we looking for? So is she got a defined brand? When I look at this Instagram account, who is she? So again, when it comes to brand and niche, the difference between a brand and niche, a brand is way more broad. It's what's her personality? Who is she as a person? What is she trying to portray in terms of her brand? What is she known for? Niche is more so a subcategory within that brand. So whether it's into like a dominant brand, let's say a more basic brand, like a most basic brand. Let's say it's something like personality-wise, really bubbly, really innocent, really cute, really like positive and motivating, for example. Then a niche within that might be something specific as not really the best example, but schoolgirl could be something specific as that in terms of dressing up as a niche. A brand is more broad. A brand is more exactly what you're trying to bring out in terms of your personality and what you want to be known for. But when you look at an account like this, all the content is either just bum twerking content, so we can see here, so just bum jiggle content, clipped up, slow mode, for example here, slow mode content. Let's see a video that performed well. Pretty really bad content, first trap things. I got a whole lot of hole in this. Just trending sounds. And again, when you look at an account like this, you really have to look at, there's not really a sense of direction. There's just random posts. There's multiple posts in the same outfit in a row. If we look at, for example, here, same outfit, same outfit, same outfit, same outfit. If we look, for example, down here, there's not really a direction when we look at the post. When we look at what she's trying to achieve, there isn't a specific brand that she's trying to achieve. She's kind of just posting, again, random clips. And again, this used to kind of work. Again, she's grown to like 120,000 followers. That's probably been with over, how long has the account been? To June 2022. She's probably grown this over a few years. But the average views are significantly low, number one. The objective with this content is significantly bad. The actual creator itself has so much potential. Our first tracks, the focus is just twerking. The focus is just clipped up reels. There's no potential that can be realized. And that's one of the main things that when you look at Instagram, you really have to look at how do you make your content rewatchable? How do you make people have high retention on your content? How do you have a strong hook? How do you have a strong retention? And how do you have a strong reward for watching a piece of content? When you look at this content here, again, it's really, really low quality, really clipped up, all in a bedroom. It's a mix of different angles, which is fine, but there's just no overall sense of direction. And an example of a creator like this, she, with the right team, with the right understanding, with the right branding that can bring her personality out, which could set her apart from the market, which would get the best out of her content and actually have high performing hooks, high performing video ideas and high performing content, she could be earning way more with the examples that we're going to go through later on in this video. But this is one example that isn't performing the best. Another example here, so 43,000 followers, average views are really low, under 1,000 average views, here's about 10,000, etc. As you can see, this creator's got a lot of collabs. So collabs here, collabs here, collabs here. Collabs do okay. I would personally only really look to do them once you've established a good brand and you work with established creators as well, because you can both share your audience, you can both grow together and really look to be in the same niche. As you can see, there's ginger, yes, but there's a lot of different, like older, younger. You don't really want to mix that up in terms of collabing. You really want to stick to more creators within your niche or your market sector. So when we look again here, this was old actually. This was last year, doing like skit-based content, really low production. We look now and we look at some of these. This is like really old content that used to perform. The wow factor isn't there enough, for example. The room here actually looks great. The background here looks great, but again, text on the screen, there's no personality here. And a creator like this, for example, background and the quality is actually brilliant, but there's no wow factor, there's no standout factor, and you're really gonna struggle if you're not trying to really set yourself apart here, because the room's actually great, the outfit's good, the look is good, but there's no wow factor just doing this to a normal sound. It's not enough. And this is a great example of a creator with talking. Talking would be absolutely amazing with her. And if you were to able to work on the right talking ideas, which we're going to go through two great examples later on, she would actually do amazing. And again, it's understanding what works for your creator, because as an agency, you have to understand it will never ever be a one shoe fits all process with all of your models in your agency. Different things are going to work for different models, and you need to be able to make that intuition and make that decision on what angle you're going to go down with that branding with your model. What angle does she want to go down? What angle are you able to capitalize on? How are you able to perform on? Because the reality is that if you just post and hope video by video, you're not really going to get anywhere, and you're going to be stuck in this predicament where you're not getting anywhere, any views that are actually going to lead to conversions. And it's not really what you want to be doing. You don't want to waste your creator's time because you don't have a clue what you're doing. And if you're a creator, you don't want to waste your time not doing content that isn't going to perform. So again, with a creator like this, you really want to understand, how do you set yourself apart? How do you make content that can perform? And going down that angle, again, you leverage here, which is great. It's how do you maximize it? Because the creators that perform well are the best at maximizing the features that hook attention, the features that reward attention, the features that keep the attention retained through the whole video and keep the retention high. So again, another example where there's so much that's missing out on. Perfect. This is another example. So another lower creator, 30,000 followers. And again, I don't really want to go too much on this. Really basic. Creator is actually great, has so much potential, but basic text on the screen. Again, there's no branding, there is no direction, no sense of actually how does this creator stand out. It's basic text on the screen. Unfortunately, I do love sunbeds, fresh bleach, and really basic stuff. Even one video got 100 first traps. Again, like this style of marketing at this point now is just really a waste. It's just a waste of potential. Again, a creator like this, we can see the link and see the funnel, 20,000 likes. Again, great. Like the creator has a lot of potential, but as you can see, 13 likes, 14 likes, 10 likes, probably making again $5,000 to $10,000 a month, which is a shame because so much actual potential to perform viral, so much potential to grow with the right team. And that's the main thing as an agency, is that you have to be able to provide value. You have to know what you're actually doing, because there are so many creators that could be making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, but they're either partnered with the wrong agency that don't know what they're doing content like this, or they're trying to do it themselves and are not getting success. And again, it's pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. When you look at an account like this, what it's missing: there's no active stories, there's no personality, there's no branding. Although there is so many different angles you can go down with this, they're just falling short at the first hurdle. So again, that's another example of a bad Instagram account. Another example, so 34K followers, average views. Again, we look at these average views, no videos pushing past 20K, averaging under 20K. Again, doing some collab content here. Really low performing views. How many posts have there been in? So since June, so about June, July, August, September, October. About 6 months really now, 5-6 months, and not really getting anything going viral. So let's just have a look at the reels now. Basic text on the screen, basic trending sounds, basic text on the screen, basic trending sounds. Just really bad quality videos. Again, I'm trying to find an outlier. Again, you can really look at this account and just see there's no real strategy, there's no real authenticity, no real branding. It's just, again, hoping for a video to perform. And when you look at accounts like this, you can clearly see there are so many different angles. And I don't want to really keep going through bad examples, because these are ones that are really bad. I wanted to go through these two specifically, because these two creators are ones that just came up on my feed that have so much untapped potential, but again, they're falling short by limiting themselves with their content. So we'll go through this one here now. So as you can see here, she has from
Hey, does your dad know you work at Twin Peaks?
No, but your daddy does.
Girl on Girl, which is good. Content, that's good.
Thinking every time I catch a white guy staring at me, I never know if they're checking me out or if they just want me out of the country. Thinking
Brilliant content, controversial, engaging, funny.
Thinking
You watch that and you rewatch that. Why?
every time I catch a
She's moving the phone,
white guy
her eyes left and right. It's not static.
staring at me, I never
Moving, like for example, a video like this, if she was just sitting indoors and just doing this with a normal in her bedroom background, would this perform as good? No.
know if they're checking me
Actually happening in the video, because it's outdoors, her hair is moving, she's looking left or right, she's keeping your attention by doing that. She looks good, of course, but she's also keeping your attention. And then at the end of the video, you get that reward, which is pretty much just a joke, but that keeps you watching to see that reward at the end of the video.
out or if they just want me out of the country. Think
Looks good at the end, has that little eye contact at the end, and this is a brilliant video, again, to the right audience. But that was one
Thinking.
in June. And if we look at the average views, we've got 20K, 20, 20, 20, 20. Pretty much 20K average views across all videos, but 20K, yeah. So the average view, this was the last performing video. But where is she going wrong? So after that good video, let's have a just scroll through and see what the content being posted on now is. Running sound, running sound, same sound again, sound,
taking less air.
just first trap running sound.
I just finished up. Doing it again. I said, let's be besties.
Not really the best. Would turn off a lot of subscribers to subscribe.
Come fuck my life.
A lot of these videos now are just trending sounds. Look here. Audio doesn't even work properly. Let's have a look at her best performing content. So 500K here.
Cheesecake, apple pie, chocolate chip cookies, brownies, ice cream sundae, s'mores.
Not the best video.
So like, what are you trying to do?
Oh my god, I have such
Skip based, not really my favorite.
That on that beat. Nope. Baby girl, shake that. You gon' make me spank that. I'm trying not to break that. Yeah. It's the big payback.
Though. Again, like this account, she's not going viral as consistently as she should. For a model of this level, she's just not going viral as consistently as she should. But again, what does that come down to? Well, have a look at the strategy, have a look at the approach. They're kind of just trying to do a bit of everything. You've got a bit of Omegle videos, you've got first trap, like trending sound videos, you've got skit-based content, you've got collabs, you've got, again, like just selfie-based content, you've got Snapchat comedy-based content. It's just trying a lot of everything when the actual video
Thinking.
well in, they're not repeating. For example, this video that's done a best video on the account, 2.6 million views, they're not going down that angle more often. And that's one of the biggest problems I see with accounts that I analyze, is that people aren't making the most out of their best performing videos. And it just doesn't really make sense to me, because when you have a video that's gone viral, why don't you do that video again? Why don't you repost that video? Another big misconception is that when you have a video go extremely viral, that you can't repost it. It's stupid. You can repost that video as many times until it dies off. And the best creators have always been doing this. And if you can't make this link, there's something that you're not missing when you're analyzing an account. But again, if we go through this account, you can kind of see she has so much potential to be more, but her content isn't congruent. There is a mix of everything. There is just random, like really quickly made videos just posted. There's a lot of things in bikinis, a lot of too much skin showing. But overall, you can tell, like when she does like selfie-based content, you can tell her personality kind of comes through with her face, with her freckles, her look, her smile. That comes through with just her face alone. Certain models that do look that good are able to stand out with just their face alone or just their looks alone. But they're not maximizing it at all, because again, when you go to their best performing pieces of
Thinking.
this is maximizing it. And angles and going down angles of how you maximize that is exactly how you grow. There's a difference why these accounts grow to 300k, 280k, 700k followers, and this stays stuck at around 50 to 60, 70k followers. And it's really, really obvious when you look at it from my lens and from a lens where we've grown models multiple times successfully, over 300k followers, over $100,000, $200,000 on OnlyFans a month. But applying it to newer models, applying it to other models, it's so clear as day in my head. And again, when you are marketing your model, you really want to look at the overall look of an Instagram account. Because at the end of the day, the average subscriber isn't going to watch one reel and just subscribe. The notion, if I look back to my own memory, I used to think like this, that 100k views, how many subs does that convert to? 1 million views, how many subs does that convert to? But you're looking at the question wrong. And the reason why is because it's not on a video to video basis where you just get subscribers. You have to think, when a model has an Instagram account, she's going to be seen by a certain viewer one time. He's going to see it another time, a third, a fourth, a fifth time. Then he's going to follow the Instagram account. Then if the content is good enough, he's going to binge watch that content. Then he's probably going to subscribe. It's very rare that you see an ad and you buy something without checking anything. And the same way in the mind of an OnlyFans subscriber, they're going to binge watch this profile. They're going to see kind of the same old stuff over and over again with nothing really like standing out. The chance that it's going to convert as high as it could do is much lower, because the personality isn't brought out in all the content. This model obviously shines above the other ones because she can get away with just doing really basic content and still converting at a high level. But that doesn't mean she's leaving so much potential off the table. This model is a 200 to 300k potential a month earnings model. But again, because of the team behind the account, because of the strategy, because of the misdirection, she's probably doing maybe 30, 40, 50k at max, probably even less. If I check her funnel, Florida, my secret content, OnlyFans, 5k likes, 38 posts. Again, freakiest Latina ever. Not like all of this stuff so basic, and it's really just about getting it right and having a real strategy. When you look at your Instagram accounts, when you look at your approach with content, you want to look at what is the clear brand. And if you can't answer that question, then that's something you need to work on. If your creator doesn't have a specific personality, if she doesn't have a specific trait, if she doesn't have a specific thing about her that's really marketable, then you have to create that as the agency. You have to create that ick factor that's going to stand her out. Because this creator's brand is basically Latina, which is fine, but they can go that one depth further. They can play on that so much more. Concepts with ICE, about getting deported, with Trump, things about Latinas, misconceptions about Latinas, the list goes on and on and on. And the other side of that is playing it in the angle which would lead to guys subscribing, lead to them watching that content and actually wanting to subscribe. Because you have to put into perspective who your subscribers are and actually think, what is the content that if they watched on Instagram, they'd want to subscribe? The reason why other platforms such as Twitter get lower quality subscribers is because the guys on Twitter are basically porn brain guys that just doom scroll Twitter porn and are super low quality fans because of the fact that they're just there to watch porn. The guys on Instagram that are interacting with a girl, seeing a girl's personality, bought in by that personality, are far more likely to subscribe and spend if you can portray that in your content. And you kind of have to look at your Instagram profile as a creator, as an agency of your creator, as a landing page, a profile as a conversion page, which is why would someone subscribe and how is the content hooking their attention to the highest level? How is it retaining that attention? What's the retention in the video? Is there visual hooks? Is there things in the video that are keeping you watching and how you're rewarding that attention? And then also how you're looking at the account and making it a binge-worthy account. Because once you can do that, again, think about it. A guy looks at the account, he goes through all the content, it gets better, 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 better. At that point, he's at the highest point of chance of subscribing. And when new content comes up, which will come up on his For You page, he would likely then subscribe, likely then spend, etc., etc. Again, there's so much that can be done with this profile. I don't want to go over these too long, so I'll go into the next profile. To summarize it, 200 to 300K a month potential model, right strategy, right branding, doing more of what's already working and rinsing what's already working, rather than just doing thirst traps, trending sounds, and not having a clear strategy. Next model here. So this is actually an example of a 180K follower account, so even bigger one. But again, if we look at this account, like this model is brilliant. In terms of the actual account, look, so 180K followers, average views. We've got 15, 15, 15, 30, 40, 10 to 40K average views. Here we're averaging about 40K, 40K, back down to 10K. Yeah, not natural boobs. Just had to double check. Again, with this kind of content, a creator like this, if she's doing talking or not, no.
I like pretty big.
Trending sounds. Again, body-wise, creator's obviously brilliant. Body will hook your attention as a viewer. Again,
I hate girls with pretty eyes.
so what's actually wrong with this account? Because again, to the untrained eye, big followers, there's no story, the actual highlights look good, there's Twitch, there's a Snapchat, but what's actually wrong? Well, one big issue I see is you can kind of clearly see what's going on here. So every shoot that the creator does, so whether the agency sends content or she's doing it herself, she just simply posts those reels for the 3 days after. So 6 days ago, 6 days ago, 6 days ago, she just posted them at the same time. 3rd of November, 3rd of November, or 30th of October, 30th of October, 30th of October. The minute she does a shoot, she just kind of posts it in a row, which one, isn't really the best look for the account because you can just clearly see when each video is filmed and there's not that clear kind of not even split testing, there's not the clear kind of binge-worthy content because you click this video, you then click this video, you then click this video, and it's the same. So the chances that you binge that, unless that one video is insanely viral, it's not as interesting to binge watch essentially. The actual look of the creator is brilliant and genuinely this creator could do probably close to $300,000-$400,000 in terms of with everything right. But we see this video here. So this got 1 million views in July.
Yeah. Look up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. What's that fool name? Yeah. Look up in the...
So it's an old song, as you can see. Never thought this generation would be hitting this track. Old song, relates to the ICP, relates to the guys that would watch this content. But the issue that I personally have with this strategy, because she's doing okay, like nothing really crazy. She's probably making, check the bio, making anywhere between, maybe more, I'm not too sure, not the best, probably 30 to 50K, maybe less, maybe more. Again, it's very difficult to completely guess, but the issue with this strategy is more so that your chance of going viral consistently is extremely low. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so every row is 5 posts, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35, 40, 45, 50. So within 50 posts, she had one video get 1 million views. One video a day, that's 2 months of posting. not enough traffic to be at 6 figures a month. And again, we go down here, where was her last million view video? Not even another one. And again, it's really a case of the strategy. You can kind of see she doesn't really have a brand because she's just doing trending sounds and thirst traps and bikinis and whatnot. But with this type of creator, if you were able to have her talking, showing her personality, showing why she stands out, her face and her body type already stand out and already is a reason to perform extremely good. She has the aesthetic and she has the room, she has the background, she has the juice, but it's just about maximizing that. And again, too many agencies fall short because they look at the short-term goal of trying to just scale to $20,000 or $30,000 a month. But a creator like this can be in the 6-figure range, the mid 6-figure range a month in earnings on OnlyFans with the right strategy and with the right branding. And it's very frustrating because even as a creator, knowing your actual true potential, because this is just wasted and there's so much money on the table, there's so much growth on the table simply by not having the right strategy. And again, when you look at this objectively, the content looks good, it looks clean, but why is it not performing better? And you always have to go that layer deeper to hit the next levels and approach it from a much better perspective and a much better lens to achieve the heights of multiple 6 figures a month with a creator's brand. So that's the examples of the worst side of creators. And these were 2 great ones that could be making so much more. But I want to now go through an example of 4, and I have so many more, but 4 brilliant creators that all do well over 6 figures a month. And 4 brilliant brands. We're going to go through 2 talking ones, and then we're going to go through 2 more normal videos, but more normal creators that aren't just talking. Because again, some creators will do talking reels, some won't. But one brand which is brilliant is Nami. So if we have a look at her, look at the average views. So average views, 150k, 150k, 250, 400k, 500k, 200k, 200k, 1.4 million. Video like this, let's have a look here.
Are you?
So Gambling Corner, Goon Corner, Reels Corner, Clash Royale, I think this is. Think about the amount of things that are going on in this video, which is hooking your retention. It's fucking genius as a video. Again, all of this stuff is comedic, it's hooking your attention, it's literally fucking brilliant. It's just going through the types of people that are doom scrolling reels all day, all the dopamine, gambling, reels, gooning, everything that goes into their dopamine being absolutely cooked. And that's just not even an example of her best videos, because if you have a look here, going Royale branding, going down that kind of relatable, funny, a bit psycho, like a kind of Psycho X, talking, branding. If we look over here, like the average views on her account is fucking brilliant. 1.1, 700, 800, 2.4, 1.4, 3.1, 1.6. Like these are the types of views that you want to be looking at. You don't want to be settling for anything under this. And I'll go through some of the talking videos just so we have a better understanding. So yeah.
Hate when I hit my man in public and then some girl starts like looking at him like he's like in danger or some shit. Like, nah, that man's fucking hard.
Brilliant video.
Sometimes I wish my boobs were filled with Gatorade instead of milk so that mid-fuck my man can just refuel.
Really easy videos to film as well.
How many shots would it take for me to get with my best friends as men?
Okay, first we have Cammy as a woman. We have Cammy as a man. He looks Mormon.
That'll be a long video, but again, 8 million views, brilliant video. I'll go through the analysis in a second.
I don't get how some men are so scared of touching a fucking
Have a look here, you've got the tan lines, you've got the exact angle she's in. So you see a hint of sexuality and then her talking.
seat, but have no problem getting their ass eaten. They're getting that shit eaten buffet style.
Comedic as fuck. Again, playing on that sexuality aspect.
Everyone's always like, oh, I'll have the craziest mom lore, I'll have the craziest dad lore. But I remember that time I went on a fucking reality TV show and I vacuumed someone's balls. I feel like that's an original experience.
Original content. Again, like, think about it. The amount of conversions this brand would get, because there is no one else doing these type of talking content. There's no one else that bring out their personality as good as this. And when you go on this profile, you immediately can see, you click on one video, you want to hear the next video, you want to hear the one after that, you want to see more. They're nailing it in terms of the hint of sexuality. You can see boobs in each video. You can see little nips.
I shoved an Ethernet cable up my ass. Do you think it could stream Pornhub directly to my brain? Like the second my
everything is linking to that hint of sexuality and linking to something man to woman experience, which one is what these guys are on Instagram for, on Instagram to see. They, at the end of the day, their For You pages are cooked. They're seeing OnlyFans girls over and over and over and over. And the pattern disruptions are just, I mean, let's hear this one.
If you don't let your man put a thumb in it while he's fucking you, you don't love him. Matter of fact, he should be able to put his whole fucking fist up there just to prove that you're not cheating on him. Stay safe out there. If you don't.
The pattern disruption in a video like that, if you're just fucking on Reels and you're going through Reels as a typical fucking gooner, you come up a video like that, you are going to watch, and then you're going to watch more and more and more. And absolutely brilliant. Like, again, I don't know the exact amount this creator earns a month, but you look at these average views, you look at the depths of just a talking brand and how much you can actually push the limits with views and with content and with Reels. And that's the beauty of Instagram Reels, where when you set yourself apart, when you think of original content, when you have a clear angle, a clear brand, these videos are low production. They don't have to be super high quality, but they're retaining your attention, hooking your attention with pattern disruption. They're rewarding it with either something crazy, outlandish, or something more sexual or comedic. Again, it varies video to video, but it's brilliant compared to, again, these examples here, which they could easily go down that route. And copying this word for word wouldn't make sense, of course. This is what works for her. And we can also see like how her brand has developed over time and her average views has improved over time. But you can see consistently 20 million views here, multiple performing videos. And that's what comes with a creator that's able to set herself apart. And you can also see like with her older content now, it wasn't performing as good when there was just more generic content compared to now. It's actually brilliant, the content that she's able to do. And again, we can go through this all day. I wanted to go through these other accounts. So pretty similar, a UK version in a way of this model here. And another thing just to add on this creator here is that look how many times she repeats similar style of content. So she repeats things that go well over and over again. Yes, she's posting it in a row. Yes, she's posting it in a row here. But this account has serious fucking momentum. And when you have momentum, doing more of what already works simply just grows you faster than you would elsewhere. And that's really how easy it actually has to be. It's getting to that momentum stage in the account. So let's have a look at this.
She sits on your face. She legally owns you, okay? That's what we call squatters' rights.
So again, who does this appeal to? The ICP. She's more of a kind of, not really dominant, but kind of like, let's have a look here so we can see the brand a bit more clearer.
No, November is for pussy. If you really want to impress me this month, non-stop nut November.
Again, yeah, so she's kind of going down, I wouldn't say dominant specifically, but yeah, you could kind of say dominant, like telling you what to do, guys that want to be told what to do, that type of stuff. That video done all right.
I love when a guy is for reassurance, okay? His heart will literally nut when you tell him that you want him.
Again, you see that like instantaneous loop where it instantly flicks back to the start, again, hooking your attention. So I can go through this account a lot, but what I want you to look at is when you break an account down like this is the basics, the fundamentals. One, she has a clear avatar, ICP, ideal customer profile that she is targeting. She's targeting a specific type of subscriber. Why this is good? Well, when you look at a model, you really want to not necessarily niche down because everyone has to follow that blanket term, but you really want to dominate a market sector. You want to dominate a part of the overall generic market of OnlyFans subscribers for guys that want and like a certain thing. Why? Because if you target a specific section of the market, your chance of getting them to convert, subscribe, and all the things that come after that, high spending, whales, are going to come because you're niching down to exactly what they want in their ideal girlfriend. Again, think about the subscriber's journey, the customer journey. When they go on a profile like this, they are going to binge watch every single one of her videos because they're getting told what to do, which they want to hear. We see even here.
Did you know that men physically cannot say rough twice in a row? Here, try it. It's so weird. That's right. Back. Good boy.
Exactly what guys that like this shit want to see. And this model's brilliant at it. The tone is on point. Another thing when you look at her content is there's always cleavage, and it's not like overly boobs out like some people try to do. It's always a hint, and it's always done subtly, because at the end of the day, the it factor in these videos is what she says. It's why there's certain videos that go more viral than others. But one thing you also want to look at with an account like this is her average views actually aren't that good. So 20, 30, 40k average views if we look here. But one of the biggest difference with an account like this is that she doesn't actually need much views to convert. Think about it. You put side by side a model that's getting 30, 40k views, real, trending sound, no speech, no nothing. She just looks so quite good in the trending sound, versus a model that looks good, talking, same type of views, talking exactly what you want to hear and exactly what would make you want to subscribe. It's a no-brainer what you're going to convert with. And that's why in my last video where I talked about views versus conversions, you want to look at content that's going to convert. You want to look at content that's going to make a guy want to subscribe. If you look here, ASMR type of content.
Oh, is my good boy excited for autumn?
Being told what to do, the shit like this that these guys actually want to hear. And again, it's not a case where you just copy this on all your models. This is a specific to a model. You need a specific model that wants to do this type of content, that is her personality. Yes, it's obviously exaggerated a lot more. Yes, it's built up a lot more for the content, but when you have that and when you have that understanding, it's why these creators earn 6 figures and the ones that we went through earlier don't. It's because they are doing way, way, way better at more interesting, more funny, more engaging, more eye-catching, more relating to the ICP content that these other creators are doing. And that's why creators stay earning multiple hundreds of thousands a month and certain ones don't.
Why as girls are we allowed to say, oh, this is just my girlfriend Kelly? But then if a guy wants to introduce his platonic friend, he can't go, oh, this is my toy boy twink male wife Jason. Why?
Again, it's exactly what appeals to the type of guy. So these are 2 examples of talking brands, and I don't want to go on talking for too long because, again, a lot of you are watching this video, or even as a creator, you might not be comfortable talking, or you don't work with models that have the best accents talking. So when we go through these 2 examples, so these 2 examples are great models that are performing both extremely well. So when we look at her account, we'll go to Reels again. Let's look at the outliers. If I can find a good performing video, 551. So perfect jiggle. Sound that obviously links to the jiggle, which again makes you want to watch the video. Background, clean lighting. We even look here. Again, hook your attention at the start. Really subtle jiggle. Again, funny video. Not even, these aren't the best performing videos as well. 1.6 million. That change, even that change in the sound, how it got more loud. And playing into the ICP's fantasy. 7.3 million. See how it hooked your attention immediately, and that aspect of the video, what's happening, you want to see more. She's moving, you're confused, there's pattern disruption. Jiggle there, there's at you there. You know, again, genius ideas, genius content. If you even look here, you can see the smile. I think that's the thing. This will just come with a dude down to at the end, probably at the end. Those are types of videos that just go viral consistently. And you can kind of see they're continuing funny, again, playing on a funny concept. Again, that's gone viral for them before. You can kind of see the average views is far, far better here. Million, 900, 600, 10 million. Have a look at that. Yeah, so these reaction videos do brilliantly well. And you can see how many times they've been ripping it, how good it's been performing. Here you can really see how good the content. Also collabs here, but again, they're doing collabs with other.
Okay.
No, she doesn't have it tagged. Has it tagged here? It's Mia Bailey. Another established creator, 700k followers. And again, it's being able to, we can even go through this account here, it's being able to set yourself apart with the content and make really engaging content. Like you can see the smile, you can see that personality come across. And this content is arguably just playing on booze with this model here, but it's done and executed at such a higher level because there is so much better retention, there's so much better personality coming across. It's not just basically done and done at a half-assed level, because you can...
Excuse me,
Sorry.
No, you go ahead. Yeah.
Thank you.
Obviously the personality come across. I don't really like skits the best, but... Okay, last example, because again, I wanted to go through this one, which I feel is one of the best, nearly at 1 million followers, and you can kind of see the average views. So The average user dipped a little bit now, but let's go through some examples here. So we can go through this video here. As you can see, immediately that's capturing your attention. She's naked, either she's naked or she's not, behind the thing. Immediately you want to see if you can see her naked. This top here is absolutely brilliant. Looking at boob is captured. Again, she's done it here. She's used these same tops over and over again here, 800K. This type of content I don't really like as much of the text on the screen. It wasn't the best, but it has performed well there. Her personality, obviously there's anticipation to the end of the video for the reward. Again, brilliant bra. Again, the same top.
Cheesecake, apple pie.
See how clean the actual shot is as well. Freckles that have been done. Very clean lighting, clear makeup, clean hairstyle. Everything is intentional. Side boob on these videos here. Want to go through here again. Brilliant example.
Montana.
This is the type of video that really does good a lot of the time.
Tana. Anna. Na.
Yeah, done well before. 15 million here.
Canada.
It's really the same things over and over again, and that's the funny thing is once you kind of understand the direction that they're taking a brand, the intricate details, the things that stand out, the things that set her apart, how she's able to bring her personality out in her content, it's actually really easy to replicate. Because going through these examples is great, and I wanted to go through them to just paint a picture in your head of what you want to be doing with your creators, or if you're a creator as well, and how you want to bring that brand out, bring that personality out, bring your positiveness out. Something as simple as smiling and doing it intentionally, doing it at the right times of the video to retain the attention, to reward the attention. Just the basic things that set you apart, because with your ideas, with your content, you really want to understand, how do you get that person's attention? How do you appeal to what they want to see and what they would want to subscribe to? And how do you set your content apart? Because at the end of the day, going viral once and doing what these creators here are doing is not your objective. Your objective isn't to just get 1 million view video. It's to go consistently viral. And that really, really comes from understanding what type of content you want to be doing and understanding the foundations of that brand. Because once you understand that brand and once you understand that creator's foundations, you're able to apply it with the content. And what I wanted to actually go through, because everything in terms of the 6-figure a month brand, is how does this apply to you? And what are the actual actionables that you can do from going through these profiles and understanding how you can actually apply this to your creators and your models? Because at the end of the day, it's brilliant understanding what goes into viral creators, what goes into performing models. And what I would also say is reanalyze these profiles and profiles that also perform, because what you see now is different to what you're going to see when you look at a profile like this in 2 weeks' time, in a month's time, because your view on why it's performing is going to consistently change, because your improvement and understanding what works is going to consistently change. But how does this apply to you? So as an agency, again, if you want to get out of this hell where your creators are just stuck earning $5,000, $10,000 a month, you can't go consistently viral, you can't drive traffic consistently, you're splitting your focus, you're doing all of these things that you know deep down you shouldn't do, what you need to do is commit to this process. Commit to really understanding what actually works and what actually goes viral, and actually be there to help your creators perform. Because at the end of the day, as an agency, your objective is to help your clients perform, work together as a team so that their account can perform and both of you benefit from that account performing. So we all know that chatting on an OnlyFans account is easy, and arguably the job is done for you with the right branding, because you're going to get more bought-in subscribers, more subscribers that have a higher likelihood of spending and spending more, and a higher chance of you making more money with the right brand, because the models, where she sets herself apart, how she stands out, is already done for you with that branding. But the main takeaway from this video, which I want you to really focus on, is how intentional are you with that model's branding? How intentional are you with your approach to content? Because as you've seen for these other examples, is that a lot of these creators and a lot of these model accounts, they're not that intentional with their strategy for posting, their strategy for content ideas, the ideas that they're split testing, what they're doing to have great hooks, great retentions, great rewards, how many times they're repeating viral concepts. You've seen with these creators how many times they go over the same things that work in the past, and really understanding how you bring that personality and that brand out, because it's far deeper than just niching down a model and niching down a creator. It really comes into how you're able to bring that personality, link that to the ICP, so link that to what the customer actually wants to see. And you being able to do that and do that consistently with a binge-worthy Instagram account that has an authentic brand, that has her natural personality come out, is going to lead to more subscribers, more conversions, and you growing to a six-figure OnlyFans agency or a six-figure creator or multiple six-figure creator brands in your agency. And that's why, again, when we go back to the start, it is the most leverageable skill in this business. If you can get this skill nailed and really focus on understanding how it actually works, you are going to help your creators forever and yourself also earn forever. So I hope you took in the things that I went through in this video, and I hope you rewatch and understand why these things work and analyze this content strictly to see what are the factors that keep these people watching these videos and going viral over and over again. And again, if you're a creator that's watching this video and you want us to apply the same systems, the same strategies that work on our current creators and allow them to make 6 figures a month on OnlyFans, then again, fill out the form below or simply message me on Instagram for more details. And if you're an agency who wants me to run this exact process in far more detail, step by step with you on a one-to-one basis, just fill out the form below and see if you qualify to apply to work with me one-to-one. But other than that, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you understand to a far more level what it actually means to build a 6-figure brand, why your Instagram Reels perform like shit right now. I hope you take the actions from this video and actually apply all the things that I went through, because if you do, you're going to see your success increase. You're going to see your average views and your conversions increase. I'll catch you all in the next YouTube video.